Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we defeated Flagra, the source of poison in Chozo Ruins, and found our way down to Magmoor Caverns. This episode, we will be exploring Magmoor Caverns. And so we'll start off with a scan. This is a Grisby, brilliant name, subvolcanic carrion feeder. Carapace can be reached by missiles, only by missiles even. Didn't say that, but that's true. The Grizzly's carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blasts. Its intelligence is limited to instinctive scavenging patterns, so just missile it to kill it. You'll also see one thing you're doing there is if you're already targeting something, well, Zed targeting it, and you flick up onto the scan visor, you just scan it while kind of still targeting it, like there, if we're to go whip, there we go, it's pretty cool. I really, I've said this, actually I don't think I've said this before yet, but it's a controversial thing, but I love, and I did, I said in the first episode, ow, I love the motion controls in this. I think they are so good. Basically, partly it's because of how, oh, there's another new enemy. This is a burrower, tunneling insect predator. The burrower is similar to the beetle, though it prevents the person to spend more time underground. It seeks seismic disturbances, then disturbs it to attack, and basically just jumps up and bites you in the face. But it's dead. Yeah, I think they're so natural in this. Aiming around is great, and like flicking up. Oh. Okay, it's giving us a bit of a guide to Magmoor Caverns then. Oh, and the cool music starts now. Dun 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 dun. Really like this music. But yeah, like I think it's really natural, both the aiming around and just like switching visors by just kind of flicking up to the scan one like that. It doesn't feel like motion controls at all. Like, it's not like... It doesn't feel like you're ever struggling against them. Anyway, this freakish thing is an eponymous Magmoor, fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Magmoors prefer extreme heat zones and are susceptible to frigid attacks. Sightless, they navigate the lava currents using their sonar receptors. Magmoors have a keen sense of smell, enabling them to pinpoint their targets with startling accuracy. They're a really cool character design, enemy design, I think, Magmoors. A lot of the creature design is fantastic in these games, I really think. Additionally here, we have... Puffers! Unstable gas-filled organisms will rupture on contact. Basically, yeah, shoot them and they burst and leave a bit of poison gas in their wake, which is slightly annoying. But yeah, to finally finish this fort off... Well, I've already kind of finished it. Do like motion controls, it's really natural. As you see, as we get more stuff later on that we can switch around with, it just, like... I'm only doing, that's a tiny flick of my wrist to look up there, because basically, as long as you let go anywhere in this area, so it just has to clearly be aiming for that direction, and if you're in the scan visor and want to go back to the combat visor, you literally just press minus to return to the kind of like default state. It's pretty cool. Bad time for a Magmoor to appear. At the moment, like you saw as you saw there, we can take out a Magmoor with a couple of charge beams or missiles that do about the same amount of damage to it. This wall is actually brimstone, which means we can break through with a Morph Ball Bomb, and then break through the next bit of brimstone also with a Morph Ball Bomb. And we enter a room much the same as the one we were just in. Puffers, the trick with them is basically take them out, and then give them a bit of space for the gas to dissipate. Otherwise, if you walk into it like there, you will take damage. But hey, we've got 3 energy tanks. We can probably take it. We've not really ever been close to suffering on this. So, oh, more new scans. Do love me some new scans. These are Triclops, hard-shell creature with powerful jaws. The Triclops is a hunter-gatherer. It collects small creatures and bits of foodstuff, then deposits them elsewhere for later consumption. The hard tripartite mandibles it uses to move earth and rock are quite strong and difficult to escape once ensnared. Indeed, if we head down here with them, they'll grab you and just kind of like chuck you out. As for how to deal with them, get near them, then drop a bomb. They will take the bomb from you, and in doing so, explode themselves. Not very wise, poor little Triclops. Oh, no, he's got me. If you waggle the control stick, I think he lets you out slightly faster, but it's fairly... Yeah, you booger. There we go. And I've kind of got disorientated, but I think this is the side I was going for. Yes, it was. Excellent. For now, but like at least compared to the Chozo Ruins, if you look at the map, we haven't got the map station yet, but Magmoor Caverns, very linear. It's just kind of go forwards. Anyway, this is a fairly... I can't see shit. Can we clear the fog slightly? There we go. That was... Oh my god, I'm trapped in a box. There we go, we're out. Dude, cool thing as well. If you left an explosion really close to Samus's face, you do briefly see her eyes kind of visor reflection. Tiny little details like this are what makes this a kind of good-looking game. It's not only just that it is a good-looking game, I think, but also you can see the amount of effort that was put into certain parts of it, and that's fantastic to see. Right, if we come actually under this bit, where all these kind of gas things are, is an entrance to this huge, like, Triclops pit that's underneath it. Indeed, this whole room is called the Triclops pit. Don't really need to fight the Triclops, as they're just kind of, I don't want them to piss me off later, so I was killing it then. Hop through here, there's only one, actually, exit out of that. because there are 2 exits out of the Triclops pit, but only one of them out of the room. But you can only get to this. This one's the only one you can get to from the Triclops bit. Did I make that clear? I'm not sure I did. Anyway, if we come through here, I'm not sure what's supposed to be going on here, but there's a missile expansion at the end. I kind of figured that maybe, like, fire would blast up through the floor or something like that. Looks like it should happen. Doesn't. Just a bit of a nice walk over some fire. But yeah, what I meant to say is, once you're in the morph ball section, the only way is to here. You can't get to the other door through it. So, like, there's a lot of empty stuff in the... Get off me, you little shit. There we go. Right, now we just need to get out the same way we got in. Oh, he didn't even grab me. I just crashed into the bloody thing. Ow. Man, I cannot drive morph ball particularly well. The only slight issue with morph ball mode that some people have, it doesn't bother me much, but there's no way of moving the camera in morph ball mode. You just have to kind of trust it. And trusting 3D camera controls isn't always a very natural thing to do. Anyway, we need to get up to the door that's up there. Aha, it's over here. Basically, there's a series of floating platforms we now need to navigate. And kind of proceed up here. Again, puffers, so we're going to take them out with... Oh! Oh yeah, these platforms with the kind of gas jet underneath them, the more longer you stand on them, the more they sink down, which is just straightforward and clever little bit of design there. Well, I mean, this was probably in a ton of games, as well as this one, but hey. More puffers. You'll find a lot of Magmor Cavernous taking out puffers and wait for their stuff to dissipate. This has been a really interesting LP so far, I think. Like, I've enjoyed playing it, but one of the things about this game in particular is that it's like, it's really high energy. Like, there's not much of a kind of rest on it. It's essentially the best way I can describe it. That, like, there are very few cutscenes or, like, bits of dialogue or anything like that. I'm kind of going constantly to the point where, like, there are times where I've kind of had to just subtly disguise a pause because I've just needed a drink or something like that. But it's just that kind of, aren't very many natural breaks in the gameplay here, which is kind of, I wouldn't say it's pushing me particularly hard as an LPer, but it's kind of, it's different to the kind of stuff I've normally done. I'm going to stop here so I don't get fired first. But yeah, it's kind of, it's very much constantly going on. There's not, like, loading screens or anything like that. There's basically, unless I'm cutting out a section, shit, do I want to come through here? Wait. Oh, fuck, I did. Okay, we don't want to come through here at all. This is why I'm going to cut that little section out of me deciding whether I'm lost or not. Turns out, well, I'm not lost, I've just gone in the wrong direction. Because this is the other issue with this game, that if I start talking off topic, there's an issue, basically, if I don't talk through what I'm doing, I get confused. Which is why it's not just for your sake, viewer, that I do that for explanation, it's also for me. Because I can kind of lose track of what I'm doing if I'm not careful. There are a lot of these security turrets around, and actually we're now lost an energy tank for the first time, but hey, that's only because I wasn't really attempting to actually fight these security turrets. Fun thing, they are exactly the same in terms of, like, they're the same scan as the ones you fought on the Orpheon, but they take either 2 missiles or 2 charge beam shots, where they only took 1 on Orpheon, which is weird. But true! Look at that. Right, if we come through, this is the way I wanted to go, I think. There are 3 ways out of this room, and they all look kind of similar to me, like, there's the one above there and the one below there, and just weird stuff. Is this where I want to be? Yeah, this is where I want to be. I want to be in Transport Tunnel A. Now, this is a fun... So, basically, we do need to get to the end of this. But if you are clever like me and use what we learnt last episode, the Morph Ball double jump trick, you can actually pick yourself up an energy tank here. Observe. Wait. Oh, yeah. Observe, he says, and doesn't do it. So, we start here. You have pretty much one chance to fuck this up, because for a double jump, you have to drop... Then drop, go. And because you're leaving... Oh! Shit, there we have it. That was what I was worried about. Because you're leaving 2 morph ball bombs there. Basically, these metal things take 2 hits to destroy, so if you fuck that up once, then you've laid 2 bombs on it, it's fucked. Let's try again. A, and boosh, boosh, and up we go. And now do it again, and once again, you only have 1 shot at it here. You only have 1 shot. Do not miss this chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the energy tank. Excellent. And yeah, like, we just need to go across the left here, but hey, if you get a chance to pick up a free energy tank and all you have to do is some double jumping, why the heck not? Anyway, and a lift to another area. This is the lift to Phendrana Drifts, north. Up we go. And yeah, a little bit of a change of scenery here, because now we're into the icy area, which is Phendrana Drifts. There's kind of 5 main areas of Talon 5, of which we've now been to 4. But obviously there's a lot of stuff in each of the areas, and each one's broken into sub-areas. But this is Phendrana Drifts, and it's very pretty and has some of my favourite music in the game. God, if there's one thing Nintendo knows how to do, it's Ice World music. Anyway, these things flying around are Flickerbats. Scavenger with optical camouflage that renders it invisible to the naked eye. Flickerbats are deceptive creatures. The only way to track them reliably is with X-ray imaging. They fly ceaselessly, hunting insects and other small prey that float around in the air currents. Flickerbats tend to fly in cyclical patterns, hunt using primitive sonar to navigate. There's not much we can do with them for now, but what we can do is smash through this thing. And, oh, there's a little creature in here. This is a cool one of my favourites. I really like the concept behind it. Because this is a crystallite, territorial cold weather scavenger. The shell of a crystallite reflects beam weapons and can only be cracked using a concussive blast. Read, missile. They hang upside down in an ice cave during their larval stage. Moisture runs off its body, which forms the hard ice shell, which the crystallite retains for the rest of its life. I like the idea that they're just basically a beetle that hangs upside down, and, like, it's not like they've grown the shell as, like, part of them. Door directly above has been unlocked. It's not like they kind of grow it as part of their body or anything. They just kind of like it's not biogenic. They just lie there and it's kind of like an actual stalactite that it just water drips down and freezes, and it's a really like this is up there with Pikmin to kind of like they've put thought into how the biology and stuff of these creatures could actually work, which I find really interesting. Anyway, earlier on in Chozo Ruins, we encountered Pulse Bombu, and now here we encounter its weird cousin, the Scatter Bombu. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from the creature's body. Like all Bombus, these creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these lifeforms may result in electrical visor interference. It's possible to avoid engaging Scatter Bombus by rolling into the morph ball and slipping between the rotating energy streams. So yeah, if you get close to it, your vision starts going gingly. And if you use a charge beam, they don't move towards you like Pulse Bombers do, but they just speed the fuck up, which is problematic. So I'm going to use the morph ball like it recommended, and not successfully slip through it. But you can just walk through them and just tank the damage. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, on through here, and yeah, you guessed it, more new scans. Gotta love going to a new area, and most of this game is going to new areas. These little sleepy things are baby Sheegoths. Glacial Predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serve to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak spot, baby Sheegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. That's kind of dark, actually. But I feel bad about these things. If it called them juvenile Sheegoths, or even young Sheegoths, or something like that, wouldn't feel so bad. Oh, frozen! Tap A to break free. If they call them anything like that, that would be fine. But baby Sheegoths, Jesus! Baby Sheegoths make it feel like I'm beating up an actual human baby kind of thing. And then you realise they're actually quite powerful enemy, so you've got to be careful with them. Once you've kind of cracked their back with the charge beam, quick missile in there, shuts them up. And basically it should take 2 charge beams to take their back off, and then a 3rd charge beam or missile into their spine finishes them off. Whew, that was a more kind of energetic battle than we've had really ever, other than boss battles, which is actually quite cool. Now, if we come over... Oh, I slowed down while I was thinking, because I kind of... That's new. Is this... No, that's what it bloody came out of. It's not new at all. It's the absolute opposite of new. I'm an idiot. I can hear it power up as well. But am I missing something really obvious? I have a feeling I am missing something really obvious. Basically, I just need to get onto the upper level of these things, and it's just a bit of simple platforming, which apparently has defeated me. Good one. This is why I don't record in the evenings. I'm a morning person all the way through. Right, we just come across here, and then there's a few crystallites here. Let's smash this fucker and this fucko. There's a bit of a delay between firing missiles. You have to if you notice, a burp, and then it goes whoop whoop with that thing, and you've got to wait for that to whoop whoop properly before it will be recharged and ready to activate again. Let's see if there's some stuff in here. Actually, I don't know what I was even looking for. We've got full health and full beans. Oh, now this is a really weird one. This is an ice burrower. Basically, it's the same as a burrower, but it's icy. But you'll notice the visualizer at the top of the screen is red. These are not a one-time scan, but a time-limited scan. There is a point in this game, later on, I will point out when, that these no longer spawn. It's unclear whether that is deliberate or not, because nothing really happens. You just get an item, and after getting that item, those and another one no longer spawn. No one's really sure why. Anyway, we're back in this kind of Phendrana Shorelines area, which is quite cool. There's a really cool building over there. Wow, that's the Chozo Ice Chapel that we'll be going to in a few episodes' time. But for now, we just kind of continue through here. And some more Pulse Bomb boosts in the way. Let's just dodge around them relatively easily, he says. And those places with the Ice Ruins East, these are the Ice Ruins West. And there's a little thing up here we can not do anything with, but scan. These again, one-time scan. Well, not a one-time scan, but these go at a fairly definable point. These are stalactites. This hanging rock structure appears to have a weak spot near its base. Some stalactites can be dislodged from ceilings and allowing them to be used as platforms to cross otherwise unreachable areas. Yeah, basically you need to kind of destroy them and take them down. We haven't got the weaponry to do it yet, but basically they are actually come up as a one-time scan because if you've destroyed all the stalactites in the game, once you've brought them down once, they don't go back up. If you brought them all down, you can't scan any of them. There are a few of those in the... Oh God, he's just rotating perfectly with me. There are a few of those in the game, like map stations, for example. The missile locks on doors are an example too, which you need to scan basically before you've destroyed all of them, otherwise there won't be any left to scan. Seems, like, obvious, I know, but, like, it's easy to do, because, like, missile doors especially, you might think, oh, there's loads of missile doors around, don't you bother scanning them. But then when you've opened them all, you can't scan missile doors anymore because they don't respawn, which is quite odd. Like there, that would have been a perfect chance to scan one. Ah, I scanned one freaking ages ago anyway. Oh, there's a scatter bombu. You can just kind of walk through the things if you watch where they're kind of spinning. So there I can just kind of go, oh, nope, hurt myself. Oh well. And here we're at a kind of cool looking area. This is Phendrana Canyon. And if we come up to bollocks, well I fucked that up. RG! Did not know there was a Sheegoth down here. That came out of nowhere. Finish it. There we go. Well, there's some Chozo lore up there, but we can't get up there yet, so we'll have to come back there a little later. If we come up here, it's a cool looking area. There's a raison d'etre here, because there's these platforms up ahead. Can't do much with them, so let's scan this little device. Platform realignment successful. Hey! Now, they kind of reset to their position quite quickly. There's no timer or anything, it's just a kind of... Well, there is a timer, but you can't hear it. There's not like a bang, bang thing, but you can hear them shattering behind us, kind of. And we get up here, and we get something cool. Our first power-up that's new, that we didn't have on Frigatorfion. This is the Boost Ball. While in Morph Ball mode, press and hold B to charge the ball. Release B after charging to get a speed boost. And this one's great fun. And now all those platforms have been destroyed, but... Now it shows us, fortunately, this little half-pipe section, which is nice little... Like, I've talked about this before, but I'm going to keep talking about it because it's a really good point, is this is classically the game showing you, not telling you. It's not telling you at any point. You can use the boost ball by kind of press, release, to build... The game never tells you. You can use it to build up speed during half-pipe sections. But that's what you use it for, and you literally can't do it. You can't escape without doing it there. So it just kind of, you learn it that way, and it's really... simple but incredibly effective game design. Anyway, what I want to do is jump down onto this bridge, because there is some Chozo lore here, and this one's a really easy one to skip. This is Entrusted One. So many creatures suffer beneath the blight of this upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. For all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a saviour will come and continue what we have begun. For that saviour, we will leave our ancient weapons and armour. The soul who can gather them will be the Entrusted One, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. Finally, that does explain a bit why there is, just like the boost ball we just got, why there is random Chozo technology just dotted around the planet. Because that always kind of bugged me with this game, but that's probably because I never scanned those things properly before. But yeah, like, that is why, because... they were waiting for the Entrusted One. It all suddenly makes sense. I'm trying to work if I can actually get up here from here, but I don't think I... Oh. Well, I'm going to boost all back up from here, so I'll see you at the door. Now, I've mentioned before the kind of general structure of this game. Get a power-up, and use it to explore a new area where you'll find another power-up and so on like that. But you will probably have not seen many places where we can use the boost ball, and you would be correct. There is only one that we've gone through so far, and it's kind of out of the way. You wouldn't have really naturally noticed it. There's Sheegoths and stuff around here, so I'm going to try and avoid them. But also, there is somewhere in this room, I can't remember exactly where. I know there's Chozo Ruins. Chozo Ruins? You get it the fuck out of my way. I don't even care about you. There is Chozo lore in here. I believe it's up here. There we go. You can see the little wet puddle thing that is. I always think they were wet puddles. You know what I mean? Like kind of wall puddles. Anyway, this is another Chozo Ruins. This is Cypher. As the great poison reaches even further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we have now begun to make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder, though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life? So, that gives you a bit of a hint of some future gameplay stuff that might happen. Anyway, now we're going to do a massive kind of backtracking section. We are going to go all the way out to Fenandrana Drifts, all the way back to... Well, it's not a massive section, but yeah, we're going to go back to... Oh, no, we're not! That was a complete lie. That cutscene annoys me slightly. It's supposed to look really cool. I get the implication of, yeah, Ridley's flying over the land. He still exists, remember? That's why you're actually here. Technically, you're tracking him down. But it bugs me because the shadow on the ground is completely static and it's just being pulled across the ground. It looks really ugly. Anyway, we're going to head through here, down the kind of the elevator here, and back through to the monitor station in Magmoor Caverns. Now, back in the monitor station here, if we you can scan some of these things. I'm not going to because none of it's particularly important, but there's stuff that tells you about kind of geothermal power, and someone's using this station clearly for that purpose. This is not Chozo built, which kind of should be clear from the look of it. Like, it's got a distinctly un-Chozo look. Anyway, what we need to do now is actually go through the door that I through the door that I mistakenly went through last time, which I believe is this door, but I get very easily disorientated in Magmoor Caverns. It's not this, is it? No, it's not. Of course it's not. That would be way too easy. Then it's got to be, let's ignore those things again. Oh, I'm going to get hit by that puffer. There we go. It's through this bit here, because I came through here by accident, but shouldn't have been. We are past 20 minutes now, but hey, episode lengths are very odd on this. Basically, I have certain things I want to get done on an episode, and basically, I'm slightly constrained by the save point system. Basically, I need to finish a recording session on... So I've recorded this in the same session as the last episode, but I need to finish a recording session on a save station. So I've kind of got a natural point to start and stop there. Oh god, there's a Magmoor there, so let's take that thing out. 2 charge beams and a missile. That seems to be slightly faster. There's no reason why I couldn't do 3 charge beams, I just didn't. Anyway, we need to get up through here and avoid that Triclops, because he will just throw you into the lava, because that's the kind of shit he is. If you come through this thing... Oh, that was a bad time to use the boost. Oh no, I am where I thought I was, because if you come through here, then basically you need to hop up here, hop up here. This is not actually where we need to go exactly, but this is a little side bit. So I said little, not that, a little. Oh no, that's extremely warm. Yeah. I don't think we've actually really fallen in lava yet, but the general advice is don't. And now is where it gets difficult. Because I'm going to move in a bit closer, because I can do this really delicately. Oh, it's like the Watermelon Festival on Mario Sunshine. There are no walls here. It's just you and your thumb and your twitchy reflexes. Tease it. Tease it. There we go. Cheeky missile expansion. And if we just hop back down, I have no idea where we are. Oh, yeah, there we are. I could just... Oh, fuck it. Nope. No. Ow, ow. Oh, god, that drained your health fast. Fuck me. Even with 4 energy tanks, I wouldn't survive that for long. Oh, let's ignore those. And let's kind of hop through here. But yeah, so what we're generally looking for here now is a half-pipey area where we can utilize that little boost ball thing we just picked up. And there's one of them, but it's all the way back in Talon Overworld, the kind of bit where we started off. I would cut back there, but we're not backtracking. We're taking a new bit, because if we scan this takes us to Talon Overworld West. And if you remember correctly, which you should, there was not a lift going directly from Talon Overworld to... Magmoor Caverns. At least that wasn't the way we got here. So, this is taking us to a new part of Talon Overworld. You thought we'd explored it more? All even. You could not have been more wrong. I kind of anticipated saying that, and thus said it wrong. Oh, there we go. There's a zoomer again. I can hear a power-up. I can hear a power-up. Where is that? Ow. Is it under here? Yes, it is! Haha! There we go. I knew there was one in here somewhere, but I just couldn't quite remember where it was. Well, I knew there was one in there because I could hear the power-up noise, and I knew I was able to get it now because it's on my list. That's why the power-up noise is somewhat useful, because it does get louder as you get closer to the power-up in question. Oh god, there's a lot of beetles there. As you can see, we end up in this large kind of like cylindrical room. This is I believe it's called the Root Cave, and this is a kind of general bit of a hub that will, later on in the game, interface between Talon Overworld and the remainder of the world. So like it has shortcuts that'll take you to a lot of other places. But there's only one way we can actually take for now, which is, fucking walk into the Gema. That's where we're going. No, Zuma. Gemas are the nasty ones. Ah, a new scan! Odd to have on this late in the episode, but yes, this is a blood flower. They eject toxic spores and can only be killed by shooting their spores back at them. It's a kind of deadly tennis game of tennis scenario. If you don't get that reference, watch more of my stuff. But no, that's what I call like those things generally. Anyway, you'll recognize where we are now, hopefully. We're back up here where we first scanned Zumas and Gemas here, which is kind of cool. And if you're wondering what we're doing back here, I will actually explain that next episode, because it's been quite a long one. And as I was talking about, I need to end recording sessions near a save point. And fortunately, hey! There's a save point that's always there, Samus's gunship. So, thanks for watching this episode of Metroid Prime. We've explored bits of both Phendrana Drift and Magmoor Caverns and got the boost ball. Next episode, we'll be exploring what we can with that. We do need to be back in this area anyway. Thank you very much, and good day.